Hey, but how about like just on like some random shit like nice to meet you again.
Said it,
Like
yeah,
that's crazy, right?
that's
Nice
cool.
to
Yeah,
meet you
nice
again,
to meet you
Angel.
again. Yeah,
Nice to meet you again, bro.
nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. Nice to
Yeah,
meet
as
you
a new
again.
person, I was thinking about it. Like, damn, this is
Right?
like a closing a chapter and opening a new chapter, and actually opening up the old chapter in a way too. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
for as far as
But
yeah,
walking away and coming back, that was like
yeah,
my first
as
thought
a
was
new
like, hey, nice
as
to meet you again,
yeah
bro.
as a new person
And I
too.
had another one too, like, what's up? My name's Adrian. Like, what's up, Angel? And
Yeah,
then and I even to laugh at it, like, bro, I have a picture of us as kids,
yeah.
which is funny. You know, it's like what? Like, nice to meet you. Like, this is my boy since Sandbox. And it's funny when people use that term Sandbox because like
Do they
we really
actually
did
mean it?
do they
Yeah,
actually is it
yeah.
Sandbox? Was it a park, you know? Was it a park? So
Nah, I
for
mean,
people
yeah, yeah,
the
but
term
it wasn't a park like our park though,
no,
like
but
where it's
that's
every
what I'm saying.
day.
Like, do they
Yeah,
use it as a reference to like
like a generic term.
yeah, as in like
Yeah,
oh Sandbox friends, like
yeah.
we were kids, we're friends since kids, but
Everybody did go to the park, right? No matter what, they went to the park
yes,
as
I would
kids.
hope so,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah,
would
for
hope so.
sure.
I would hope so. But yeah, crazy. How was your guys' day yesterday? As far as yesterday,
Yesterday,
because it's a
I
day of
don't
like
even know.
love and you know like
Oh, we were working yesterday.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a work day
we did a practice episode
of this.
it was like the last one. It was like, yeah,
Nice,
like
like
let's get ready. We
another
checked all
run.
the cameras. We checked the vocals. The vocals were giving us problems on our previous practice episode. There was like some echoes and shit. So we worked. Yeah, we had some
Oh yeah,
boba
that's
though.
dope.
We had some boba. That was like
That
our way
was
to celebrate, especially because we
yeah,
haven't
fuck
been
yeah,
having it all the time
all the
because we've
time.
been trying to
Yeah,
eat a little cleaner and it's a lot of sugar and shit. Empty
crazy you say that
calories.
because I as a kid you don't know any of that, you know, and now that we're older, it's definitely in my thoughts. Like we'll go do stuff, and I'm always checking cans, like for the sake of
Oh,
like I don't want to just the intake of like the sugar. Like
yeah, just what's in it. Just what's
I'm
in
not
it.
cool with it no
Yeah,
more, like I
yeah.
used to be. You know, as a kid you didn't care what it was, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, not at all.
as you get
I mean, the
older,
more sugar, the better. When
yeah,
the lady
that high
at Total Wine
it's
was
about to
dissing
crash.
the buzz balls too. Like these are horrible. It's just people they're addicted to the sugar. You know, like they like
Yeah,
the sugar. They like
that's
the
the high of
idea of
that's part
sugar
of the high
and
of
drinking at
drinking
the
them.
same
Yes,
time. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think I've ever even sipped one, bro.
For real.
Yeah, I don't think
I
I've
sip
ever sipped one.
while trip out. We got back from Sequoia, and we're chilling. I wasn't even. We had gone so with Sequoia. We kept running it right, having fun, and then we ended up at his house for the Super Bowl. And I hadn't been to his house in a minute, like meaning seeing his family. And
Comedy.
yeah, it was good though, cause it was just the same old thing, which was like that lifestyle, that love, and like that like they already do it as a family, and like in my family we don't have that anymore. Like I don't know how I'm sure with yours either, right? Where it's like everybody gets together, somebody potluck kind of type of
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
it's just hard because everybody's further now for sure.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Here and
yeah.
there. It's a nah, but for sure
It's
there's
faded, even if it was,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
faded.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
it's
just hard. I mean, we're a lot deeper too, you know,
yeah.
because we're
But
super deep.
but even the way that we're connecting, it should be the same way that you're probably striving to bring together the family to do like
Yeah, for
those kind of
sure.
events. Because I
Yeah,
mean, at the end of the day, it starts and ends with you every day,
yeah,
whatever you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah. I mean, I could definitely do more
Of that
effort to do it
of
too.
connecting the
Yeah,
fam,
yeah.
of connecting the fam.
We had a
Because you got
fight.
Anthony, and you know, like
Yeah,
that he has a bubble in his own. So like to add, like
yeah,
you know,
and they're
Amber,
deep.
everybody,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
D,
everybody I
everybody,
know.
the
I mean,
mom,
most of
yeah,
them. Well, not most of them. I guess less of them actually. But my siblings have a lot of kids, for
yeah,
sure.
like
But
in
yeah, that's something I mean, you can't just like not do it either. Probably
yeah.
like one of the good ones was that we had a fight night here, the
Which card was it?
Vera and O'Malley too,
Oh,
where
okay.
Dustin fought.
Oh man,
And
he
like,
got pieced up.
and like we're cleaning, getting ready, showering, you know, everything. And Anthony just calls me like, "Yo, mom said, mom's gonna pull up to your pad with D. They're like, they're gonna drop something off, a gift or something like that
Yeah, yeah.
day. That
That was the
day,
way in the
that
door.
yeah, that just happened to be
That was
that
the
day.
way.
And she like
A
brought
little
some
gift.
she brought some
I know
towels
how
and
I'm gonna
shit.
pull up next time. Hey, bro,
And
no
yeah,
invite. What's
yeah,
up, bro? I got something
here's a
for you.
gift. Yeah, it's like, oh, I brought you some towels, and like here, and then we're
Nice.
just small talking.
Like,
That's crazy, huh? And we're small talking, and then mom was like, "No, like we're gonna leave. We have the concert tomorrow." Like, damn, you know, just a little stretching it out. I was like, well, I mean, fuck you, you
just
guys
take a
might as well
seat. Take a
stay
sat.
now.
Take a sat.
Like, you might as well stay. Yeah, everybody's
Take a
coming
sat.
over. Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody,
We
you
have
know.
something going
And
on.
D was like, we don't have nowhere to go, fool. Like, you know, we're not doing nothing. It's Saturday night. Like, who let us kick it?
That's funny. The difference, right? Like she's
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to post
yeah,
up. Your
yeah,
mom's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, I
Like
don't
she's
even know
trying
if
to be
we could.
subtle about it, but it ended up being fun.
Yeah.
That was like the only big fight night we had, right? like the huge one. That was the only one because we were deep as fuck that day. We were super deep. That it was a good call. And we lost our shit when Dustin got that knockout, bro.
Wait,
Like
was that with
Saint Denis?
yeah,
Saint Denis.
I
Yeah,
was with him.
yeah. At
Yeah, we
Tom's,
were
I
at
already knew.
Tom's.
I
Yeah,
already knew.
yeah, and that
I
was
already knew when you posted it. I was like, oh,
yeah,
he's for sure there.
and that was me. Like, not even like that's like he's been an influence in the weed, but I love that that's the influence because it's like it's opening up. Like literally, it opens up. Obviously, you can get fried, you know. No, no, I can't. No, not right now. You fry me for this whole thing. I just be sitting here talk. I just be sitting listening to all the good shit you gotta say.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, you just make me laugh for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll take that shit too. I'll take it too. We could run that.
Stand up.
You want me? Yeah, give me.
Okay,
I'll get high,
sit,
but
sit down comedy. Sit down comedy,
brother. Give me an hour. Yeah, just make me laugh. Yeah, sit down comedy.
Sit down comedy.
It's like a yeah. It's
I
like
mean, that's
running
what
running a mad set.
Yeah.
It was like yeah, I'll take yeah. Nah, but hey, trip out transition. I'll transition you saying that about like your last card and all that to like the memory, right? And I was thinking about this even prior to getting here, and also like just winging life, right? Like winging life, but also obviously like not tripping on what's to come and trip out that I just opened up. I got the Audible. I had a credit. I opened up my credit on Audible, and I got The Power of Now. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I haven't read it though.
Okay.
I know. I've
You heard about it?
Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce his name. I just know for
Tolle
sure.
Art?
Yes, but that one, that right now, so trip out, right? So like I opened it up on Thursday. We hit the gym, and got out, and we were, we had a pen. I had a pen, and we smoked, and I thought I was gonna go home and go to sleep, but I had just got the credit earlier in the day about that book. So it was Audible, so I laid in bed, bro, and I'm like, I have like this lower back. I'm like, damn, I strained my lower back or something. I did some stupid shit, stupid movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Moving stupid. To be on, and that's crazy too, because that could go deep too.
Stupid movement.
Moving stupid. So
Yeah.
I laid in bed and I'm like, fuck. But then I opened up the Audible and great, bro, on the sense of like living now, not worried about the future, not worried about the past. And then tell me why today I pick up my dad and I went to work, knocked out work. The guy I work with, he likes to run his program, stay till you get your 8. He's not about like it's Saturday. You know most places?
Yeah.
Work your Saturday, we're gonna break off. Hey, bro, get this shit done. Hey, we're gone.
Yeah.
And the best part of it is I get in the whip and like music and like all these people moving with me. Cause it's you and the road and the truck's new and it got a Bluetooth and I'm listening to music and I'm vibing and everybody's
and
passing.
And it's Saturday. Working on Saturday feels different for sure.
Yes.
Feels way different.
I feel like I felt more.
It's kind of more enjoyable than
It is.
Because working on a weekday, everybody's working, but Saturday,
it's like
it's more quiet. The traffic, less traffic.
Yeah.
A little quieter. Yeah.
And you did more for your week. Right, so I did that, and then I'm touching back to Pat, but I'm thinking about the time to get here at 8, and my dad, as soon as I'm getting like to the hood, my dad's like, "Hey, let's go eat," and I was already like thinking like the negative old me, which would have been like, "Hey, nah, like I'm doing something to not give him the undivided attention, right?" But I'm like, I'm gonna find a gem in him today. Like that was like like a thought in my head. Like,
that's just what popped up.
That's just what popped up, and yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll get to it's like 4:45, and then I go to the house and he's already like around, because my dad he don't really do much now because he's just older, he's not working, so he's kind of banking on his kids to give him light, and then I guess for me I can uplift myself by actually being patient and letting him uplift me. But if I'm thinking that I'm just the one doing it for him, it's like, well, what do you like? What, you don't think you can get something out of him? Like it's like one-way street. Like, oh yeah, I'm his son. I know he don't got nothing to do, so let me just marinate his mind with thoughts and make him laugh and then go drop him off. But I got something out of him today, and he was telling me about his childhood, and he remembers being 5 and working in the fields in Mexico with his older brother.
What city?
In Huajucar, Jalisco, in Mexico. And so anyway, he's talking to me, and he's like, something about memory, right? Like in the past, and I like told him, was like, Dad, like I have shit memory.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And then he went into like, bro, like that's all bad. Like,
and he remembers being 5.
And I'm like, bro, I mean, I have like.
And he's how old?
He's my and trip out. So I went back to the years, right? Yeah. So my dad's 1951, bro. So do the math real quick, and you give me his age. That's 51.
Like 70,
74.
74.
Yeah. Trip out. So he told me about that whole, about the whole like remembering, right? And the only other person I can relate to the memory shit is you. Like we always go back and forth. Like you'll tell me a
Yeah,
memory, and I'm like,
I
right.
cooked one up that was crazy.
Which one
I
was
don't
it?
know what it was though. I cooked one up that was crazy. It was us. So it was like childhood something. And I have no idea what it is, but I thought about it like at the gym or something. I'm like, bro, what is that?
You were trying to
Like,
find it,
it just happened. It just
but you
happened.
were
I wasn't even looking for it. Yeah, it just
yeah.
like, damn,
But did
what
you
was that?
find? Did you see the memory? Like, did
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
it?
yeah. I
Oh,
remembered
okay,
it.
but you
Like,
can't
damn,
remember it.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
it
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, which that's ironic, right? Like
Yeah.
at
So
the moment.
again, so it's all about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
memory, like
yeah.
muscle memory, right? It's not memory, muscle, right? What do they call it?
Muscle
Muscle
memory,
memory.
yeah, or the memory, or like memory
But it's
muscle.
crazy
That's
because
for physical, right? So memory muscle would be the other one.
the memory muscle would be the one for the mind, which is trippy, funny shit. But I've been thinking about it since you called me, and it was all because like Anthony couldn't, and then I thought about it. I'm like, how dope that like this this brother, this guy that I spent years just grinding, and like even wondering, like even when we were in Sequoia, you asked me like, bro, what was it? Like, what was it with you? Like, what was it with you? Like, real curious, and it wasn't like gonna judge. And you even told me too, like, I'm not even gonna judge you, like, and that was dope to hear too, because you don't. We're all on that state where like you don't have to say shit, but I know your mind's working because I know mine is, and that's the whole book with the power of
Power
now,
now.
is that our thinking is a tool, but our mind, like we should be able to be in control of like knowing how to stop thinking, and almost everybody lost how to stop thinking,
Right, right,
how to stop the
right.
thinking.
Yeah, and that's when you just
Oh
you
yeah,
go
but I have
super
moments
far.
like that where
Yeah,
I
you
have like
just
I'm
like
just thinking where
you
you
like
keep instead.
searching for bad shit
and
essentially. Yeah.
and then I even wrote it down because I was right there laying down, right, and like you come in fruition a lot in my life when I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking about something. I'm like, okay, well, how do I tie this to him? I tie a lot of shit to Germ. I tie a lot of shit to the kids, you know, like Mia. I was with Mia yesterday, bro, and I took him to eat and shit, and then I told him they're doing some funny stuff, and I was like, you guys are wild. And then they're like, "You're wild," and I
Yeah,
couldn't help but laugh.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah,
"What?" I'm
yeah,
like, "What
yeah.
she got?" And then I
Yep.
just laughed, and I was like, "That's."
Flamed up
I'm like,
by
you're, I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, I am." And I laughed, and she's like, "What are you laughing about?" What you said, just you
yeah,
saying that
yeah,
I'm wild.
yeah, yeah.
I lost my shit. You'll
Kids
get
are
it later. We'll connect on that
yeah,
later.
yeah. Kids haven't put no filters up yet, bro. Like they
Nah,
still see the world,
yeah,
like
they
from
call it
their
how they
own.
see it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
call it how they see it.
They haven't had to have jobs where you gotta say shit a certain way, or
That
like
whole Elon shit. We took his
yeah,
kid, and
they
he
call it,
was
and they in tune with
yeah.
their emotions like
Yeah,
way
and
way more.
they don't have to sugarcoat it. They don't have to think how they're gonna hurt your feelings.
Uh,
They're just thinking freely. So I appreciated it.
especially as adults, huh? They
Yeah.
have that empathy more towards kids probably, but towards
What do you
adults
mean?
is like as far as not wanting to hurt people's feelings.
Yes.
Like maybe they don't. I mean, well,
They
some
don't know. Maybe they
kids will
don't
be
know.
roasted and bullies, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah, but sometimes
but with
when
an adult,
that's
it's
what
no filter. Like I'm gonna
but
tell
that's
you
why they
right what
say
I'm
right with
thinking.
the
Yeah,
kids is pure because they're not there yet to understand that they're
yeah,
hurting or they're not. You know,
yeah. They
I've
haven't
had to
had.
shut down Naya sometimes because she's saying shit and it might be foul, but she don't mean it that way. She's just a kid that has to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
taught
yeah.
that that's not okay.
For sure. Yeah,
You
like kids
know,
cussing and shit too.
yeah,
You don't want that.
yeah, and that was yeah, no,
The
yeah.
motherfucker be
Well,
this big fucking
that
lit,
was
huh?
that was that whole shit that like
Crazy.
yeah, and that was that whole shit like when I seen the Elon with his kid, I was like, bro, this kid was like telling
What was
Trump.
happening with that though?
Well, I
Because
just
I haven't seen it
okay. So
or
trip
heard
out.
about it.
This fool. So Elon brought his kid up, obviously because he endorsed his whole campaign and whatnot.
He's a part of it.
Yeah. So, but he has his kid on his shoulders. But the only person, the only I don't know if it's just Kennedy, but I know Kennedy had his kid in the Oval Office, but not in like a meeting like that. So Elon had that. So for us in this new life we're living, that was strange to almost the whole
To
country because they're like, what the fuck? This fool endorsed you, but that means he gets to step in the Oval Office and be a little bratty ass kid. Because the kid said, shut the. He told Trump. He told him, hey, shut your mouth. You're not the president. And then Trump just stood straight faced, but the kid said it. But then somebody broke it down from the news, and I don't get. I don't even care too much about that, but it came in my feed. So
yeah, it was,
I'm a logical thinker, and I'm a creative. I'm all kinds of thinkers. But then I seen it, and I was like, oh, somebody broke it down and said, they're like, he heard it somewhere to say shit like that. You know, he said
right.
like somebody had to say shit like that. So the kid repeats what he knows. If your parent don't let you say shit like that, then you know better than to disoppress. You know, like it's just discipline, and he didn't have that. But anyway, I'll go back to the whole thing with like the memory and shit, and I love all my friends for certain reasons, but like again, nice to meet you again, Angel, because it was strange for a minute. My life was strange forever. Even today at work, I was thinking, I'm like, all right, well, what was it with you? Because I started questioning myself after you questioned me in Sequoia. Like, what do like, what was it, bro? And you're like, oh, I'm like, I wanted to be perfect. I'm like, okay, so it was an insecurity of wanting things to go your way. I'm like, yeah, and it's insecurity. I'm like, and which we all carry, right? But
Absolutely.
some people deal with it better because maybe their heart's more in it than the insecurity. And what's the shit that everybody like now? Even then, there's so many motivational shit online that can make you believe it, or whether you already have that shit bestowed upon yourself to be that guy. Like I'm not phased because I've already life's been crazy. So this whole like I'm not gonna be insecure shit. It doesn't phase you because like bro, like I've been roasted my whole life.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit's been
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I've been down bad. I've
Been
been
down
down
bad
bad.
to be
Yeah,
caring
yeah,
about the comment
yeah. I
section.
mean, yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I don't think it was a comment
Yeah,
section for me. It was more about like with music. It wasn't even that. I just think like I like mentally I wasn't even using the tools of like certain books and doing certain shit to like the gym. That motherfucker right there, bro. We kill like an hour and a half, and I trip out when I'm there that long, and we're literally just getting to it. A speaker, me, this fool running
and
back
dead weight
program,
and
and this
dead weight
and
and
that's
dead
and that's
weight. Yeah,
it.
yeah. Literally
And
just
walking out like happy ass
concrete.
and
It's just concrete and rubber,
yeah,
huh?
and walking out
And
like
metal.
some little
Crazy.
happy ass kids, bro. Some happy ass little kids, and then looking forward to the future of it, right?
Right. So that would just be like essentially just you had a problem with not trying harder in different areas of your
Yeah,
life.
and it was also because I wasn't. It was hard to fake the funk to believe what
In
you
this,
believed
yeah, yeah.
because you were already doing the steps that I'm on. Okay, okay,
Trying.
okay, okay. And I'm okay with that clarification because it's true. You're trying, but I wasn't even on that trying part.
Yeah, yeah.
So then, like when it came to, hey,
Not even
bro,
trying to
hey,
try, huh?
then it was like, hey, Adrian, where you at with it? Like, where's this verse at? Where's this? We gonna go shoot? And I'm like, nah. And then, mind you, I was already like in a pickle with like all this other shit, which like made it harder to even
Right, right,
like
right.
focus. And now I'm trying to find that part, which is the focus, like where you at
Yeah, yeah,
mentally,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Check in
In
with you
in every level, in
in every level, not just the music shit.
every column, right? Every
Every
column of
column
the game, yeah, yeah,
of the game
of the game called life.
of the game called life.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not gonna. You're not gonna get the rewards without
With Without that
getting.
effort,
You gotta get every section right, bro. You gotta
yeah.
get every section right, and that's the thing with people like this. These who get every section right. They get. You gotta get home life right. You gotta get sleep right. You gotta get working out right. You gotta get what is the little shit you're doing to keep advancing,
Yes.
learning,
The
getting
little
better.
habits you want to get
The
rid
small
of.
habits. Okay,
Yeah.
what are the big habits? You know, where
Yeah.
how much time are you really working on the
Yeah.
craft? Like, and then you have to kind of figure out how it works to you personally, because some people they could just hammer away hours and hours and hours, you know, making music or some shit,
But they got the
or
time and shit's
not only that, but they don't need to get out. They don't need to get physical. They don't need to get open up a book or write a journal. Like I gotta get different shit going too. Like it
it can't
helps.
just be one
It
thing.
can't just be music neither. Like
Yeah,
it kind
that's
of
tough
helps
too.
the shit. Like I
It could
gotta
be
get
draining.
that energy out, bro. Because
Yeah,
like how I
yeah,
feel
it's a lot.
when I was making music solo dolo and working out and everything, like it felt different too. Like it felt good. It was, of course, there was the negatives of being solo dolo or
Yeah,
whatever
which
whatever
we all
else
go
you're
through.
doing. Yeah, yeah. But
Hmm.
no, like on yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just like you just feel better overall in general on a day to day basis. You just feel a little bit healthier, and
So,
of course, how's that not gonna
yeah, effect.
how's it not gonna affect everything?
This was a longtime friend Freddie. A longtime friend Freddie. That's fucking hilarious.
Freeman, huh?
Yeah, Freeman. Yeah, yeah. And we're kicking at the pad. And this
Oh,
is
Freddie,
yeah, Freddie. Yeah, Freddie
yeah,
Fender.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
give him that name at the yeah, Yvonne's little
Yvonne's
brother.
brother, yeah, yeah,
But he's my age, so that was
yeah,
like
yeah,
that was a
yeah,
boy.
yeah. Yes, sir.
And one time he was at the pad, and just to show you that he was advanced in that level, rather that I was in like this thing, because I was rapping in high school, just like freestyling with the homie, and like that shit made
Just
me feel,
chucking it up, huh?
yeah, it made me feel fucking whole though. Like that was like that thing that because I didn't get it in sports.
Right,
You
right.
know,
You didn't get it in
you
school.
didn't get into school.
Yeah.
Like I was always getting like, bro, this fucking clown's back in class,
Odd man
bro.
out type shit.
Get him out. Switch class. I'm not. I don't want to be your teacher type shit for real.
Cause a
And
problem.
Freddie one time came to the pad, We watched the movie, and I thought he was gonna drag the day with me.
Yeah.
And then we were watching the movie. Matter of fact, which is even fucking funnier, we're watching Pootie Tang, which is dumb as
I
fuck,
don't think I've
bro.
ever seen that movie.
Watch
Man.
that dumb fucking that shit, bro. And Pootie Tang, bro. I didn't even want to watch it. I was like, what the fuck are we
That was
watching?
on though. That was on.
But he told me, and we got some craft beer at Ramirez,
Yes, sir.
which started it like fucking. It was some sours, bro. Some fucking nice beer, different.
Mm.
I had some glass some
Cold
some
glasses, or you just
yeah,
got
yeah glasses, and
yeah.
we poured that motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Those the
yeah.
ones that pour nice.
Get it out the metal, huh? Get it
Yeah,
out the metal.
and
Aluminum.
we watched Pootie Tang, and once Pootie Tang was done, I thought, oh fuck it, we're gonna run maybe one more thing. Maybe
Yeah,
we could
yeah,
go
yeah.
fucking
We'll go get more.
or go for a walk or some shit.
Whatever it
I
is,
wanted
whatever.
something with him. And he told me, he's like, nah, bro, like I gotta go, because he was visiting, because he would always visit. He was living in Red Bluff and up north, Humboldt like county type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And he told me, he's like, if you can't help, like, unless that the saying, you know which one it is, like, you can't help nobody unless you help yourself. So like, but that all ties to the whole thing of, like, again, for me, when it came to this music shit, which I even like, I evaluated it before coming with you. I didn't write nothing down, which I even thought, I wanted to think about when was the last time I seen you prior to not seeing you for a minute. I wanted to know it, but again, memory loss.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, we
fuck.
kicked it for the candy paint shoot.
No, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, after I went to
you
your
went
pad.
to,
yeah,
the
yeah,
pad
yeah,
to go
yeah.
support. Yeah, you're
And I
right.
think
You want to
us-
go eat? You guys want to go
And
eat?
us three and Tony went. To
Yeah, you're
Hollywood,
right. Was Jesse
Hollywood?
there?
Jesse wanted to eat with us, but then he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Then he
but
did.
Yeah,
Tony went with us.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But at that time, even then, I felt some kind of way, because I was just like, this is my love too, and I wasn't even supposed to like break off and
Yeah.
just like be dad,
I mean, yeah, you were.
and like just live my like regular life, which I knew I wasn't ready for. And then I continued to hang with this guy. Like, me and this guy have been tight for like ever, and I've been tight with all my friends. I've been tight with Adrian for a minute. I've been tight with this guy. I've been tight with you and Aki. I've been tight with Anthony. I've been with Paco. I've been with all these guys that helped
the
me.
New York people.
Yeah, all these guys that have helped mold me to like where I'm at. But then when I evaluated like what it was, Angel, because even again I go back to Sequoia, dog, and like I go back to looking at you, bro, and it's so dope, because I know for you it was like, all right, like if I'm gonna go, like something's happening, like whether good, bad, but you were willing to go to find out, like, because none of us knew
Right.
how capable we were as
Yeah.
a clique,
Well,
as a team.
we didn't even know how like we were gonna work with each other too, like 'cause
Exactly.
when you're
From so long, not
yeah, we spent
you
like,
haven't been with Prado in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know, 64 hours together, from
Yeah.
from 4 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday to fucking
To
Saturday
till we touch
night.
back
Yeah,
down.
yeah, all at almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And that's true. And then
Yeah, because you got to be comfortable. You
Yeah.
guys here. It's
Yeah.
a day-to-day thing. It's every day. It's like going to work with somebody
Mhm.
too. Like get that, especially out of town, working every day.
And that's kind of
I was talking to Casper the other day. I was like, like sometimes I'll be feeling guilty about my job or how things went, how things turned out. It's like, yeah, but then I realized, like, nah, like I put my work in too. Like I did one job for over a decade, and I stood right there. Like I dealt with Anthony for over a decade, just working with him, every
Did
day
you?
for. I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, for long
Yeah.
periods of time, not the
Yeah,
whole
I had my
time,
moment,
because
yeah.
I did my agency shit and all
Mhm.
that. And he's like, "What does that mean? All you did was have a good time."
Great
Like,
answer.
all you did was have a good time with me.
What the fuck you talking about, huh?
Like, put a good time, no?
Yeah.
Put a good time. Yeah, I bet we'll see what's up when we get him.
Together.
Yeah, I gotta
Or just even hang out
get
with
him
him.
talking. Get him talking. Even
Yeah.
I mean, that guy got
His
the
ball
story.
rolls, his
Yeah,
ball
he
rolls.
got the stories too. He got the
Yeah.
backstory,
Yeah,
bro.
he
You
got the, yeah.
it's
He's
a
a-
whole history,
yeah,
bro.
he's
It's a history of the game too. That
Yeah.
like we gotta put the game out there, bro. We gotta put the game out there. We gotta put our story out there, whatever platform it is. Like
Yeah.
I talked about it. We talked about it. About this too is like, yeah, like it was like rap has the pretty package, but if you're getting the stories out, you're getting the stories out, and real people are gonna relate to you, and
Connect to that.
you're gonna help people just by talking, just by being honest, being open,
Yeah.
being
People go viral on like certain
Yeah.
platforms over like just any topic, but because they're relating to people.
being able to communicate well.
Communicate, yeah. and that's
which is all we want to do. That's all
yeah,
music is. You know, you
yeah.
communicate with different sounds and different ways of saying things.
That's
But that's
why,
what a movie is, right? That's what a book is. You're just communicating, even if it's a visual, right? Because a movie is like what, seeing a memory, seeing somebody's dream come alive.
yeah. And I
Crazy,
love that
crazy
about
shit,
that. Yeah, I
right?
love
Right,
that
right.
about that. I love
It's
certain
like
actors for
seeing somebody's just imagination, boom, unfolding. That Dune, had to put that on part one and part two, bro. Like that shit.
we gotta have
You guys gotta sit
we have to
down
have a
and
movie night just on those two. That'd be fucking dope as fuck. Yeah,
crazy, crazy,
yeah,
crazy game on that shit, bro. Crazy
yeah,
game on it.
yeah.
You
But
know,
yeah,
this the visuals, the cast, everything, the moving pieces, the parts. That night too, the fucking the what a beautiful, what a wonderful world. Insane synced up at that part where she's drinking the poison. Stupid synchronicity right there, just crazy.
especially like on the shrooms and shit that like made
Yeah,
it that
hell
much more
yeah,
like
of course.
it made it that much more potent.
Ooh, boy.
Oh,
Right here, yeah, montañas. I got the mountain beer right here too. This guy, no, we didn't see a bear with antlers.
nah, we didn't.
We didn't see a
And
bear
never
with
will we
antlers.
ever. But
Imagine
I
you
could
did
put that
though.
shit in a bar though.
Never see like a bear with antlers.
Yeah, Barry
Some
Allen.
Action Bronson shit right
Yeah,
there. Huh?
yeah, but crazy, bro. I trip out because I'm like, man, like disconnecting from like real friends, like that shit, like it hurts the soul in a way where I'm like damn, like because it sits with you. It'll eat at you the way like any like a breakup would, like not being like close to your family. Like that's what I tell you. Like I seen my dad and I couldn't I couldn't diss him. I couldn't diss him more so because of the person that I'm like aiming to be.
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't do that shit to
Yeah.
this the
I
man
mean,
that like this.
it's not just for you, but
No,
we don't. You don't want to think of it. Oh, this is for me more than it is for him. But
yeah,
it's just
it's a mutual.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a how
Let's
do you
meet
call it?
halfway
Yes,
on both
like
levels of
you
it.
always
Like
gain when you're with
yeah, yeah,
somebody.
yeah, and especially too, even earlier when you said the patience of it, like just the patience of dealing with a
I'm not
parent,
tripping.
and dealing with a parent, or dealing with
Yeah,
somebody that you don't disagree, you don't agree with everything on,
yeah,
or even
or bond with
like
even.
yeah, yeah,
Like I don't even bond,
or
and that's a
yeah,
crazy part that I think
yeah,
of, and I always
especially
talk.
family,
Yeah,
especially
and
family.
you know what the crazy part that I always think of too, bro. And I tell that like that's why like when I see like the homies, like with Germ and his dad, bro. Like Germ's dad would have me like just dying because they have the English. They have the English. For
Right.
me, it's been Spanish from the jump at the crib. So that barrier will always remain. But like how far I'm willing to learn Spanish better or to really get my thoughts across better is
Be
literally
able to articulate it.
articulate it better so that they don't look at me like, all right, like I get you, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's
yeah.
hard to.
Or you're rambling, or
And not, it's not the ramp. It's more so like I'm talking to you, but you understand my words because we both have the
mm,
English enough.
mm.
He has. He doesn't have the English enough, so I have to work hard on the Spanish
Right, right. You
aspect of
got to be
it.
more careful
More
with it.
careful with
Yeah.
how I do
Well,
it.
especially if it's not like conversational, like some work shit or
I'm not.
or
Yeah.
ordering food. If it's like a deep conversation, you definitely need.
Yeah. You
You
don't
need.
want to lose them
Yeah, yeah. Or
because
even when you're trying to get a complicated thought across too,
exactly. I don't
right?
want to lose them because at
Yeah.
the same time, it's important. So if I don't get across this important part, then it kind of goes dry to where it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it kind of kills the energy
Yeah,
that
you
I'm
kind
trying
of
to
lose that meaningful moment in a way,
exactly. But
right? Right.
it gets lost in translation. It's like I can't translate it to you perfectly. You know, like I remember getting caught at the crib like, oh, I don't know this word, so
Like,
I go on Google.
yeah, like I know what I mean, but I don't know how
Yeah.
to
And then you go on Google and they don't have the what is that is the Spanish of
broken.
it?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
broken
a
Spanish.
correct
Yeah,
and
yeah,
even my
yeah.
mom don't know that one. She's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, cause yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's especially Mexican Spanish. It's like saying all English sounds the same, and Australian motherfuckers and Norway and England speak English, and we
Yeah.
speak, and motherfuckers in LA speak English. Like this is gonna be, you're
It's
gonna
so
have a
it's
tough time.
different. It's
Yeah, you're
different,
gonna have a
bro.
tough
It's
time for
different.
sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah,
my
well, I
point.
mean, just my perspective would be like too, just having him around you, you know,
Yeah.
that he's
Taking the
here,
time.
and having that capability for
Yeah.
sure to
I
like
think a lot
he's
of it.
actually here.
Yeah.
He's in my presence. He's alive.
Yeah.
He's healthy. He's
And you'll get at me like at times it's like it's a minute that I don't see him and he's just like oh what like fuck you don't have
yeah,
dad you don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
dad like what's
yeah.
up and
You
then
ain't even popping like that, low key. Like that could be what he's
and
thinking.
that
Like
should be my
yeah,
interpretation
yeah.
like dog I'm too cool for my dad
Yeah, you ain't even
Like
popping like
it's
that.
not that though, but it's just the stake that like I get caught like wanting to do this
Yeah, yeah,
and
for
that, but I
sure, for
took
sure.
that time from afterward because I knew it, but I knew what was coming after it. So like I'm trying to like really like
And
like
you
get
knew what type of day you were gonna have
yeah
too. Like you know what the evening was,
yes
and
I
you
knew
just
the
want to,
hours I had.
yeah, you just want to have a little like type of like a little, like just a little hint of a win, like
Yes,
before
part of
you
that.
try to do
But
everything
that's where my
else,
heart
right?
is now. Cause
Yeah, yeah,
I could
yeah,
have
for
dissed him
sure,
right
for
away. I
sure.
could be like, I got shit to do,
Yeah,
and I'll see you. But I took. He's like, he called me just to eat. He's like, hey, where you at? And I'm like, I'm leaving work. And he's like, you grab some food or what? And I'm like, all right. And my dad's a simple man, which I fucking love. He's so simple, bro. I'll be calling him, and it's like it's not even like I always tell people, it's less than a minute, bro. It's always less than a minute with my dad.
just to make plans.
Just
Imagine you gotta fucking organize shit for weeks on a time to make plans with
nah,
people.
he's on the fly. Like, where you at?
Yeah, right.
And if I'm not there for him, he's just like, where you at? And I'm working. I'm like, okay, how was that? It was cool. All right, all right. Well, be safe, huh? Take care. Get home safe or whatever, and then love you, whatever. And then it's always praise God, baby. You know. And it's funny I say praise God, baby, just cause of Theo, cause I love all
Yeah,
kinds of
yeah,
shit, bro. But again, and even then, I for a moment I thought I could even like rip some comedy. I'm like, that's not my alley.
yeah.
Fuck no. Like my shit. Man,
You
they
may
can't.
might not be alley, but you gonna find a corner
Yeah,
somewhere
you're right,
that
corner.
try.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not to
yeah.
say that we couldn't. It's not to say that we could
Yeah, hell
never.
yeah. We be
Yeah,
hilarious, bro. We
logic.
be
Yeah.
stupid,
Bro,
yeah.
that whole Sequoia was literally said
Yep, yep.
everything about
Comedy,
our
comedy.
energy, our everything, and I
Yep.
loved it more because it split. It was so dope. It split from like, oh, you took Germ, I took
Right,
Prado.
right.
We were both able to like, hey, how was your
Survive.
trip? Bro, wild. And I looked at you guys like, bro, you guys and me and this guy had the same type of shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
The
then we all
drive
got to,
there was
and then,
crazy.
yeah,
Crazy,
I can only
crazy. It was,
imagine. He
yeah,
even
it
told
was
me, he's like, you,
crazy.
and I even told me, hey, how was it? Because I caught him on a
Yeah,
one-on-one.
yeah.
And I'm like, hey, how was your trip with Angel? He's like, but Angel. I'm like,
Yeah.
all I knew was like
I'm gonna scratch every corner of
yeah,
the
all I
room,
knew was
huh?
like these fools are
Yeah,
stopping, bro. Like these
yeah.
fools are like, if they see something dope, they're going.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't hit success Lake, dog, but we're gonna hit that motherfucker
Yeah, we gotta
in
pull up.
life and every
Gotta pull up
every
a
way of it.
video or something there, right?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's
That'd
to
be
say, that
sick.
could even be a clothing brand. That could be anything,
Yeah,
bro.
make it what
Lake
you believe in.
Success. Yeah, it's
Bro,
crazy.
they would always get at me with that because his clothing. He's like, bro,
Oh
just
yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
go. He would be in Uber drives like bumping our shit. And again, you know what? I'll get back to like even like like seeing you right now, like back on track to this like music shit, which is more or less why we even got really connected. Like
Yeah,
that was kind of like, but again, we were so not ready for
we're
like our
so far from
emotions.
that. Yeah,
Far
I don't
from
even know when that was. That had to have been like quite a few months ago, right? Like
what?
November type of shit. The first time we seen each other,
Hey, at the house, I was cooked.
yeah, Mama Sacco's.
I was cooked. Fool, I
Yeah,
was.
I mean
I
that
was
was a
cooked.
long time, months
I
ago.
was cooked. It was months
What?
ago. Fool. But Eric told me and trip out. I think I was at the house for like, and I even hate this term because I hope and then honestly that I want to live by not being that, right? It's like I was like not even the feeling sorry for myself, but it's like when you don't have motion, so like life feels like shit, like this
Yeah,
this is that this is it, like this is where we're at, really,
this is
dog,
all. This is all
really,
I'm capable of.
and then not even that you're not that,
Yeah,
and like you're living that, and then I see you guys pull up with Judge, and I'm like, damn, and I even told Eric, I'm like, Dick, and I don't even remember those words, but I was even kind of like, hey, I'm not here, dude. Like, when you're like, when you're a little kid, you're like, hey, fool, Eric,
on
I'm
the
not
house
tech.
phone.
Like, Eric, he came in, like, Angel's here. I'm like, why are you saying that? Angel's here.
Yeah,
Like, he's
just
gonna
say
think
I'm
I'm
not
here.
here.
Just fucking walk by, and be like, hey, through shot, you're the homies here. And I was like, fuck. And then in that moment, you caught me in a time and space where I was like, shit, I know I'm at the point where I got like I'm really mentally like again the thinking I'm always trying to be like there present, getting better. I fall on and off with the kids. I fall on and off with love. I fall on and off with the being a good friend. I fall on and off
With everything,
again,
yeah,
but
yeah.
even,
But it's hard. It's hard
yeah.
though. I understand why I said with everything because I feel the same way.
Yes, it's hard, but it's good to say because like, what is
yeah,
it? What are you falling off with? You could just be like, oh, like I ain't right.
yeah.
But it's like, what do you ain't? What aren't you, bro?
Yeah,
That's
there's
like
certain
telling me like,
things you
bro.
can't fall off on. Yeah,
But
you
some
just
homies will
can't
just
fall.
tell you like, hey, dog, like life ain't right. Like do you expect me to help you if you can't even tell me where it ain't right? Like, guide me in the right direction. Thought I might be able to help. You know what I mean? And this, I ain't right. And it'd be like, well, what? Geez, I'm not, bro.
Shoot a layup at least, perro. Like, fucking try that.
Yeah,
like the easiest one you can find.
Pick up a football. You might be able to catch that motherfucker.
Fucking
lob that motherfucker.
Something, metaphorically speaking. Shoot for the easiest one, just a layup. Yeah. Get a layup.
See what happens.
Yeah, just get that one.
Get
that one in the through the net.
Yeah, and it's been dope though, dog. It's been dope to literally, like, and I say this shit again. It's been dope to meet you again, because I know you're not the same guy that I left when we weren't around each other. We're not.
Time's just gonna change you, bro.
We're not.
Whether it's whatever you're doing, moving,
you could be moving backwards or
forward. Get a new job, whatever. Time's gonna change you, bro.
Yeah.
Time getting more, doing a little bit better, doing a little bit worse. Mm-hmm. Time's gonna move, bro. Reading less, reading more, whatever it is, it's gonna have an effect, bro. It has to have an effect.
But what I couldn't accept, and I was grateful for, was that I could even picture, like, you guys were driving to go support.
Just literally that.
My
Sunday
mom.
night dinner. Yeah. Sunday night, especially that Sunday night dinner.
Sunday night dinner, but
that sounds good.
Yes.
We'll drive,
But the fact that it was that, it could have been anywhere else to where I wouldn't have seen you, wouldn't have talked to you. I couldn't have seen you and even, like, thought, like, a million things. And just left it at, like, you know what? I'll see you again when I see you.
Right.
Because that's kind of how we left it. It was like, I know in your heart it was more, and I don't know really, but I kind of, like, I thought about it. I kind of figured. I was like, okay, well, if I seen him, and we spent, like, crazy hours together. I remember, like, riding and like bro, getting lost in just, like, being a friend. Like, people, like, time passes, and then, like, your girl could be like, where were you? Like, my mom would be like, hey, where the fuck were you? Like what were you doing? And they don't even know, like, the moment you had with the boy. Like you said, like, we ain't rich, but trust me, that moment I had with this fool was worth a late night.
Yeah.
It was worth pulling up.
And that has to be part of the process of
making. But you gotta be winning. But
it has to making great shit,
yes,
bro.
Yes, it has to stand for something.
Because you have to be so comfortable with each other when you're working like that, bro. Like, it has to be a part of it. There's no way it's not. That's why all the fools that make the best shit are friends. They're
Logic,
friends.
When you showed me the Logic shit, that was dope, bro. Because he was somebody that was, like, this. And
that's what makes a great company, regardless, though, right? If it's just a regular company, like, you gotta be able to find this camaraderie where, like, whatever and you have to be adaptable too. Like, I feel that was part of the problem. Like, we couldn't turn on grind mode. Like, we gotta turn on grind mode. Let's turn on grind mode as a crew. Like, let's hit this
sloppy, huh?
Let's hit this stretch of where we're grinding hard.
Sloppy,
boom, boom, boom. All right, now let's hit video mode, or let's chill for a second, and let's turn. Then let's, like, that type of shit. That's what makes companies great. That adaptability. Boom. Like,
we're so
knowing your moments. Like this.
Knowing when it's your time to ante it up.
Yeah.
And then you build. Then I build off of that.
Yep.
And again, bro. And I think that time off away from me, bro. Like, that's honestly, like, it was like, with, like, subconsciously, that's what I think I missed was the grind you had that I wish I did.
Like, trying to figure shit out too, right? Even if it's just like, fucking, whatever. At least I'm attempting, bro. Like, I feel a lot worse when I don't even try. Like, I don't even have to figure it out, but at least let me try to figure it out, and I feel a lot better.
And now it's on your mind to where, like, okay, well, I didn't get it that one, so, like, I'm gonna keep getting it. And the crazy part too, where I trip out with you, Angel, like, since kids, bro, you were the one where, like, shit didn't go your way as far as, like, life's, fools are playing or whatever it was. Like, the energy's so strong, but I got so used to it because I'm like, bro, like, I'm always with this fool. Like, ain't nothing you could do. Like, you could be like, man, this and that. You could come home and be like, fuck. But I knew what it was. Yeah. It was that you were giving what I wanted to.
I was gonna compete.
Yeah,
I'm gonna even how I played sports too. Competing, I was gonna compete.
Exactly.
I mean that's
and
kinda,
people say it's everybody, but some people compete more where they're great.
Yeah.
To the point where they're like, this is why I'm great. Yeah, because I competed way harder than you. I did it way better than you. Right.
That's why I like. There's just competitors, bro. There's athletes in every genre or every sport that they're just competitors. They're not great players, Like they're not great.
but they're great people.
They're just great competitors, bro. And like
And
I
then
like
people respect that
yeah
shit.
yeah
It's a
hell yeah, like a
respectable.
Ron Artest type
It's
of
such
vibe.
a
You know,
such a
he's just
respectable trait.
competing, bro. He's
A respectable
competing.
trait. Respectable trait.
He's offensive lineman. Like what's the greatest? Who's the greatest offensive lineman of all time? Nobody talks about that. Fool. Like who is it? Like
Saquon brought him
Jeff
up.
Saturday or somebody like how come? But you don't win championships without a great fucking offensive line.
Yeah,
and that's literally the most
It's a team.
competitive. That's the most grimy competitive shit. You're just fucking trying to get some foot out of your way, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
to get the point.
Yeah, there's no
game without points.
there's no
if you can't
flash.
score,
There's not really no flash. I mean, I guess if you're doing spin moves and crazy shit like that,
Yeah,
just compete. Yeah. I mean, and Tua just competed against the right people because for sure there was not a there was like kind of made it weird. We're like kind of competing against each other. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make it. You know, like I don't know. Just I don't know how to elaborate on that, but like
I get exactly what you're talking about. It became some shit where like,
oh, this one ain't working out, so now I'm gonna double down on. I'm
double
gonna show
down
out on this.
so that might get him to work.
Yeah, where that's not even the right way.
No, it wasn't.
Sure.
It wasn't because I think the communication would have. But again, we were so immature.
Yeah,
we weren't even.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And you know what too that like I love now about like my mental is that like I'm not even tripping on what happened. I'm literally only I'll accept it. I'll take it on the chin like a champ because we have since kids on whatever we did. Right. I always wanted to be great too, Dick. Bro, I was raised with all you guys, and I have it in a song. Like I was raised with the best of them. And I can't even finish my own shit again to tell you that my dad was right about the memory shit, but it was literally, and this is the fucking
we'll
comedy
play it right now, but
but this is the comedy, and the comedy of like people don't get it. Like it sounds, it's real comedy shit, but I swear I'll stare at the camera just to tell it that for real, and this is real shit though, Angel. I stare at the camera just to tell it like being raised how we were raised. There's no way. So that when I was like gotta be perfect. Oh, I'm not ready. Then when I really thought about it, like thinking about that shit today, I'm like, bro, like your whole life was you were already getting molded to be able to take on whatever, and for whatever reason, I was just not locked in, and it was years, bro. It was bro. We've been at it forever. So like even Germ texted me today, and he's like, bro, it's kind of like now or never. And some of the greats make it in their late 20s, 30s and shit. We're hearing a song by ASAP, one of the ASAPs. You know, I don't even want to misconstrue him. I don't want to say Ant and it's fucking, you know. But we were hearing a track and he was talking about like just being great or whatever, right? But again, I'll go back to us. And you asked me, and when you asked me, I swear I flipped. I was like, damn, he asked me the question he could have asked me years ago. But with the ball turn, who knows, dog? Because we were not there no more.
Right.
But now, it's like I have this sudden hunger that I didn't have then.
What was the question?
It was when you told me like, what was it with you? Because we knew what it was with Aki. We knew what it was with you.
Right.
But you asked me,
and I thought,
you remember you asked me?
What
was it with you, dog?
No, I thought it was something.
No,
bro asked you. No, and you remember we thought about that I wanted success. It wasn't success that I wanted. I wanted status, bro. Because if I wanted success, then I would have knew how to be a better teammate and a better role model, or not a role model, just a better teammate, but I think, a better friend, in general.
Exactly, and then that was the crazy part because I'm like, wait, bro, like just wait for me, like I'll get to that with you. Yeah. But you're like, nah, dog, like we're already on the trains, we're moving. Like Anthony was moving at like times 10 for us.
Right, and right. Just playing different hats.
You were at times 9.
I was trying to
catch up to him.
Yeah. Obviously, I felt
because you want because we're doing it.
I had to have some empathy towards him too. Like, all right, let me try to do it.
I understand, and trying to get us on the track because you're like, I'm the only motherfuckers. But then I think back to like, okay, and then it's never. And again, I hate excuses. I hate what it means to do that. And I love this one with Loke, bro. I gotta go get milk. You know, that's my favorite. That's my favorite one with him.
Yeah, well,
I could a crazy 16, and then he'll rip it, and then he'll chop it up with you for like 5, and you're like, hey, dog, fucking Target's about to close. I gotta get out this joint. Like, so much, gone. The Challenger food, gone. Yep. Tail lights, gone. But for me, it was just that I wasn't where I was today, dog.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
I mean, same thing with me too. Like, I didn't have I didn't have an empathetic perspective of you guys being parents, and like It was, well, there was not a lot of empathy just in general.
And all of us.
Yeah, and all
I
of
was
us.
like, you fools are
It
tripping.
was also trying to we didn't know how to operate, and
Yeah.
empathy is not even something we were ever raised with, or teamwork.
Nobody put me onto that.
We knew how to compete a teamwork, but we didn't know how to be
Yeah.
a good friend day in and day
Yeah.
out, and be doing something productive. Because you could be a good friend and I'm getting lit and we're gangbanging, or
But
we're
you're
getting
still a good friend.
yeah, that's easy to
Yeah.
be a good friend, but it's not easy to be a good friend. Like, bro, you're fucking up. We gotta do this. Like, we're not. And
And for
also
the ones
having
that are
that
hungry.
patience too. Like,
Yeah.
having that perspective. Like, bro, we don't have to make it tomorrow. Like, we gotta slow
As long as
grind.
we're just getting
These little
yeah.
wins are good, bro. These little
Yeah.
wins are like, we don't gotta put so much pressure on ourselves to like, bro. If we're not balling on tour in Europe within the next 5 years, I'm
out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta have that perspective. Like, no matter what, bro, I'm doing these wins. I'm getting these wins. I'm doing the right
And I'm
things.
still happy with the right people.
And it's a good day to day, and that's all that matters, bro. Because you can
trip
speed up the process.
Yeah.
But whatever the process is gonna be for you, your life story is gonna be, bro.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
and
cut no corners, speed it up, or any of that.
And trip out on literally what you just said, fool. How it ties me back into this. I fucking had a chance to get any book, right? Like an Audible. I mean, the library, bro. There's
Right.
like the fucking library. You can pick whatever, and I chose The Power of Now. And for you to say, to just like, hey, today is the day that matters. You do what do you, dog. But just like, but I hope it's what you want to do for you that day, where like at least you're fulfilled, but you're chopping away at something, and then that little win is what will get us there. But that's the thing you didn't even have at the time. It was something where like, bro, I want to go, and it was a stress factor that like built upon all of us, bro. And then Lo got locked up, and then I got fired with Anthony for being a fool.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
we're still working together.
And then fucking we built the studio, but we were doing things, and then like I know he has love for me, but he can't give me everything because then he's losing. So then like all that shit into perspective, and I was like, God damn, dog, like, so you take it's a hurricane. So what you do? You take a step back and then whatever works for you, whatever's comfortable. Yeah. You go where you go to your safe spot, which is like, well, where can I? What do I know already that these fools don't have to be on? But that's my life.
Right.
All right, then I'm gonna get to my mom. How's my mom doing? How's my dad? Well, how's Germ? Because I know, like, when it comes to me and this food, the music don't even involve that shit. And then my kids don't know nothing about that shit because they're just learning they're learning how to do fucking verbs and fucking fractions and divide and subtract and shit. And I can indulge in that because that'll make me feel sane.
And you're doing the right thing.
And I'm doing the right thing too.
Yes.
But then, what about the bigger picture?
What's the biggest right?
And then at the end of the day, like, we're hearing the song and it's the kids gotta eat. We're listening to song, and I swear, bro, and that's the thing too. Us three and then us four, you bring whatever when we're around. It's complete fucking. It's complete breaking down, and it's building up, and then it's just literally learning, and then like that's where I want to literally reside in forever.
Right. And I feel like now, and that circles back to like you gotta get all those things right because there's no time to waste, bro. Like the time you're spending with your kids is such
now,
but it's such the right thing.
Yes,
also,
yes.
Like you can't you can't
you can't
you can't
because then you're not getting them right. So when they're getting
that's why. But you also working on music and that's such the right thing. Like you gotta do that shit.
There's a lot of right
working
things.
out is such the right thing.
And then time is a factor.
Yeah, and that's why the wasting time and the things that are the wrong things, they're such the wrong things, bro. Like it's such a waste of time, like imagine it's like 5 wastes of time is because you're not working out, you're not fucking grinding, you're not taking care of the kids, you're not spending time with your family, you're not
and then what does that leave? Emptiness.
And you're not working your day job just to advance in that, and like and that's why it's so hard to succeed, bro, because you gotta be good at multiple things, bro.
You gotta touch all
like
bases.
It's all efficiency. Like, what's the shortest amount of time to do this workout? Get a nasty ass pump, stay healthy as fuck,
take care of the rest of the shit,
and still take care of like all the and then there's the thing too. Like, how do you live? How do you feel? Like, are you a person that ease into shit and you like to warm up and chop it up
Yeah.
and play the song and take.
But then the night gets
Right,
the night turns to day.
So, and then there's also like we can't just turn it up full scale where we're fucking David Goggins
And then burnt out tomorrow,
and
then
David Goggins for rap music where it's just fucking we're just clipping
it's honest, and it's honestly doesn't even. And you're defeating yourself. Kind of
you gotta find where you fit into your own thing, and it's really
the same
a part
like
of.
If we hit the gym and like you go crazy, like tomorrow, I'm not gonna want to see this fucking place.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it, so that's why you take it
being personal, right? Like knowing what works for you.
But again, bro, nice to meet you again because we're at that part for real. Nice to meet you again because now you're getting the version of me that like I want you to to experience because that's a version that I think like in reality, that's what you. We all deserve the best of each other because if it ain't that, then what is it? And that's the same thing. We're hanging out. How about when we're hanging out like these few times, and it's like, all right, then, bro, I'm gonna bring the boy through. We're gonna see what's up, and then it's like, all right, then we see what's up. So and then next time, we're just seeing what's up.
Yeah.
And then the next time it's like, well, we're seeing what's up.
Right.
But it's like, okay, then that's the same shit that happened.
Did the trip.
That's the same shit that happened then, but nothing happened then.
Yeah.
So now it's like that's the same thing, and again though, bro, thank you because all that shit I stepped through, all those fails I took, and all the lefts when my homies were living right, and trip out on the controlling, when all my friends are living right, and I'm still making lefts, fuck, and then that's the same thing that like and trip out that like for years, knowing it.
You can pull that up, controlling,
and then knowing that shit, bro, that was literally that, but again. I don't think I'm too old to do anything because at the same time, your personality, who you are, your vibe, that shit don't die.
Right.
So how are you gonna put a timestamp on when I can go? I mean, if I'm going today, I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's like something else that don't even matter too, because it's just
but people think that way.
We thought that way.
We thought that way. Like,
absolutely.
Bro, there's you know what I mean? We thought that way. Like, bro, we don't do this shit at 25. I'm 29.
Yeah. We just talked about how we.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, what did it do to 25 to 29? And it doesn't fucking matter. Again, back to the fucking same book I audible, The Power of Now. Trip the fuck out. That at the same time, I sat with the girls and I could have easily. Let me get here, and I caught myself a couple times, like let me get on like my phone or whatever, but I'm like, look, I just seen time passing me, and I knew I had them till 10, because we're on this like they don't sleep with me, they don't live with me, so it's like this time thing, like okay, and then I had to just get out of that and be like present as fuck, bro, present,
occupied, huh?
Present, bro.
Present but not occupied.
Yeah.
Occupied but not present.
Yeah, and then the communication factor. Today we're texting, and then you're like. You called me, and then what did I tell you? I'm like, bro, don't text. Next time, if you're gonna start typing a gang of shit, just fucking call me.
We thought it was more convenient, and it's like it just complicates things more.
Oh, what, texting?
Texting, yeah.
It's convenient when you're like, hey, where you at? 10 minutes away. You type shit. I'm gonna call you to say, hey, 10 minutes. But
the time you spend just calling somebody, that's more convenient than quick. The time of just hitting where you at or on my way, and then it spreads it out, and then you gotta close that one, the on my way one. You gotta close that and put an OMW again just for the fucking abbreviation.
Or
hey, pull up like controlling.
Or that day you feel like typing.
YouTube.
Or that day you feel like typing. Yeah. A lot of great shit though, bro. Sequoia though, I've been carrying it because I didn't do nature like that. I never did it. When you send me the Blizzard notification, I'm like, oh, these fools it's a wrap. We're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you send me an Airbnb, I say, oh, we're back on.
Yeah.
We're back on. A house, let the blizzard hit that motherfucker, bro. That's snowing. These ain't the three little pigs,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This fucking house is withstanding this.
Four big bad wolves.
Five
big bad wolves.
Unless it's on a mudslide.
Wow, that's the fifth one
unless
right there.
Unless it's on a mudslide. Yeah. Judge fucking greatness,
big
bro.
Big bad wolf right there.
Greatness with Judge, bro. So fucking, bro. And I kept thinking that too when I was out there, and I love it, bro, because you had dogs as kids, right?
Yeah.
As a kid.
Hell yeah.
And then now seeing you with Judge, bro, it's different, dog. It's not a human. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to anything, bro. She's just there. She's watching you. And then the trippiest part is that she's watching you. So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Because she's watching you. So
like, dang, right. You're down bad right now.
Yeah. If you're all pedo, you're like, she's looking at you like, man, my boy.
I better take care of this.
Tomorrow morning is going to be gotcha for you. And I can't cook for you. You know what I mean? But I got to eat.
You're going to cook for
me. I got to eat. But I got to eat.
Cook for me.
So get Angel up or figure out what the fuck the menu is today because I got to get mine. you know. So Judge is definitely, bro. That was I think as it went, it was us four and Judge, and it
It
was
was a
just like
cornerstone of the trip for
it was
sure.
really it was yeah it was
Is
it mattered a lot, at least to me, because
there's no understating it.
no, and trip out, bro, that my brother was a dog person. Eric has always, since a kid,
Yeah,
he's had dogs. I never did because I knew what would happen if I did. The attachment, the sadness. I'm already like that with everything in life. You know, but if you have your shit, if you have the act right, you have your life together, then you
yeah,
can, anybody that if you got it together, you can have a motherfucking dog. But I knew I wasn't there. The way I wasn't with music, I knew I wasn't there to take care of a dog. I got to take care of my mom. I got the girls. I
yeah,
got my
yeah, yeah.
dad, and then
I
I
got
got a
my
dog.
shit. Yeah,
But they all need to be,
yes, sir.
and they all have to be shared that love. And that trip, bro, was we've all been communicating better, and I think I'm in a better state. I got a lot of wrinkles to unwrinkle. I got all kinds of shit that I'm still like trying to get right, Angel.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful for you right now, bro.
Likewise, man.
I'm genuinely
Likewise, bro.
I'm very grateful for you for it. And I can't even, at times, dog, from all the shit that's happened between us, I still trip. I'm like, man, this is my homie. This is my homie, and you wonder sometimes, like how long, how
Yeah,
long till this shit's just like it like how long till then, and then the probably the hardest lesson would be if it wasn't anymore, and you got to realize that I know this kid, and he knows me as a kid, and now we can't even figure out life
yeah.
to like keep pushing. And
Nah,
that's where I'm
totally.
at, bro. I'm on a creative tip. I'm on some shit where like I can't even wait to fuck up the world. In a way where
In
like
the
I'm just
most,
being my
yeah, in
we're
the
being
most, yeah,
our with utmost fucking
in the simplest way,
in
in
the
the
utmost
purest way,
in
in
the
the
dear
purest, in
in the
the,
purest and dearest
yeah, yeah, yeah.
purest and
Not even
dearest
nearest and dearest,
yeah,
in
yeah,
the purest
in
and
that kind
dearest.
of way, bro. We're like it's
Absolutely.
crazy, bro. I see with Jerm, bro. I'm talking about we're like on nights where it's like it doesn't end. And then already have this thing where he has a phone, I have a phone, so like I'll get on the thing and I'll just like, hey, bro, put me on the motherfucker, put me on the Bluetooth, and I just start cooking, boom, 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 and the highest of highs feel great, right? Same way when we wrote, and I'm just like, bro, this is what it is. Like I want the girls to experience the
Yeah.
fact that their dad didn't do it in school, but that I could school, like I could teach.
It hasn't went away for sure.
Nah, that
It's
hunger,
still, yeah,
that
it's still
sparks there.
it's still the
The
most powerful
dear, yeah,
connection for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no avoiding it, and it's I feel like this is a good way to open up
Express
the
it.
next, the next step
The
of
next
everything
step of
that's,
whatever it is.
yeah, yeah, whatever it is,
Whatever
and
it
it's
is.
not, and it's gonna be something though. I know it's
Oh
not
yeah, it's
nothing.
not nothing. It's
My
not.
heart's never been convinced that it's nothing. My heart's
Mhm.
always been convinced that there's something going on. It's just you gotta get right too. You
Yeah,
gotta play the game. You can't bullshit. Like, but
yeah.
I thought of something the other day when I did something that didn't benefit me the best. I could have made better decisions. Like, bro, stubbornness is just another word for immaturity. Like not
Mm.
being willing to adapt. Like survival literally requires adaptation, bro. You literally have to adapt. And you
Without
think,
acting like it's about you.
yeah, you literally like, okay, I
You don't
gotta
have
try
time to.
this, or okay, I
You
gotta
don't have
try
time to
that. Like,
think it's
yeah,
about
yeah,
you.
you're literally trying to
Adapt, bro. You
survive,
gotta
bro.
survive.
And you think you can be
We're just like
stubborn?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna start thinking
I'm gonna be
about
stubborn.
yeah
Yeah,
about
like I'm
me.
not gonna change. I'm not even gonna try to change. Like, nah, you gotta move with the game, bro. And that's the funnest shit too, bro. You start hitting the gym, like you just open up that little another layer in the game.
Yeah,
That little pocket. Boom, I
yeah,
got this now. And, this feels cool. You do some little journaling.
yeah.
You do whatever it is, bro, and it feels good. It feels better than
Then
doing
not.
than doing
Then
the same
not.
shit.
And you know where I'm at too right now, Angel, which is even off that topic, like we were. So I've been doing the gym, right, and then I want to do like the music and shit too, and I still can't even in the first time I hung out with you, like I probably wrote. I ain't gonna lie. I even like I probably like I skimmed through a couple beats. I probably got a couple, but I have a lot of I have a lot of takes with this guy of shit that like we save the beat
right.
and then we can capitalize off of it. But again though,
That could be something.
I'm not doing the next step, which is to go back, hear that motherfucker, get the
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
together,
And start
and
it.
then start and literally start breaking it down like if you're in class. Like okay, then I don't like this line, I'm whatever, but at least I'm working. So
Yeah.
I think really my next step right now, because I'm trying to touch all bases with like everybody. Like, bro, Eric looks at me now, and I look at him because he even through his worst, bro, he's so wholesome, and he'll hug me so dearly, and him telling me, because he sees me more than everybody. And when he hugs me, something like, bro, like it shows in you that you care more. It shows that you're like talking to my mom more. It shows that you're tapping in with my dad, and that
Trying,
you're trying. There's so
changing.
many areas that I haven't figured out, and forgive me, I'm not perfect, but maybe I'll put that shit I'll put it. I'll write it in a song with you. I'll go through that with my work, because at the end of the day, that is the work path that I want to take.
Yeah.
It's a Quentin Tarantino's.
It'll show them how much they love
How
you.
much, and then
I know how much
how
you
much
love
you love
them.
them. Yes,
Yeah,
how much I
you love
care.
the more.
With the work though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the work.
And with just
With my
chasing your
craft,
dream.
and
Yeah,
with my
And
heart.
yeah, yeah.
It's all heart.
Just do it. Just following your heart will show them. You know
Where we're at.
how much heart you have to give to them.
Today I couldn't even, bro. I was tripping and I wasn't. Like coming here, I was tripping and I wasn't. Because who wouldn't, right? Because
Yeah.
at the same time, who
How
wouldn't?
could you not?
How could you not?
Because we built for
I've
this
never,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we ready to go,
And then,
bro.
and then again, and
click it on.
exactly,
Bro.
yeah, bro.
What's up?
Yeah, I fucking.
Well,
Hey,
no time it is.
hey,
What's up?
You know what the best part? I fucking love you, bro. I
You
love
gonna
you.
see us. You gonna see us.
Yeah, I love you. Hey, you know what the
You
one
gonna
that
see us everywhere.
I love that one. I
Big
seen
screen, small screen.
I seen it with this guy. I think we left the gym or something, and he showed me the video, and it was you. Cause now I'm not on the gram, but I'm about to be, just for the sake of, because we all have something to say, and I am, right. That's gonna be the next step.
Yep.
Isn't as in all this, because I took the break, the hiatus, but again, cause I wasn't right. You can't. At least I felt like I couldn't be on there, and knowing, and that's the thing. It sucks to be so. It's a gift and a curse to be so in your head, because you could hurt yourself or you could work for it. But again, the power of the now is telling me, don't let your thoughts overcome your mind, because your mind, you have thinking, you can think, but your mind uses it as a tool to get you through certain obstacles. But don't let that shit overwhelm you and create this sort of blockade, and this sort of distortion in your mind that it's not possible. So I'm really tearing down that wall. And the same thing I always tell people is like, bro, you could have, or you should be on. You guys should be on. You should be this. You should be that. But I'm literally in a spot right now where I'm very grateful for you guys. Like he showed me a video of you, and it was like, watch God work, and I couldn't help but to laugh, because
With the
I'm like,
squishmallow.
yes, I thought about
Crazy,
that. That shit had me
crazy.
laughing. You had a squishmallow, like, hey, like watch God work, and then you walked, and then you did it again. You're like, watch God
I
work.
believed it too.
I know you did.
100%.
I thought, yeah, 100%, 100%. That shit was fucking gold. But then those are the things that get me through it. Like again, I go back to the Logic shit you showed me when he was creating the album, and it's like, surround yourself around the right shit you need, and the rest will let it fall where it may, because you're already working that way.
And it's like too, like damn, it's a trip, like, cause you could tell, in that crew is not like all these fools are all like assassins and shit, bro.
No,
Like,
calm guy.
Vibe accentuator.
What was the guy they have like a different, like the wrong name? He's like, it's not me. He's like, I just come here to kick it.
Yeah, the vibe accentuator.
Yeah, I'm just a vibe accentuator. That's the best way you can tell me that you're just here.
to fucking be bozo mania. To be bozo now.
I'm down. Vibe accentuator. Never heard that shit in my life, and that was a
band.
band.
Bass player.
Bro,
I worked
everybody
with
else is like bass player, engineer.
Yeah.
Six been with me forever.
Yeah.
Some man that's a
Background
literally,
singer.
and the background is literally like sequoia. It's like them in nature.
Utah.
And he's just like, what's your name? Whatever. I'm like, my name is Cody. I don't even remember the name.
Really? Essentially?
And he's like, my name is yeah. What do you do? I'm just a vibe accentuator. I lost my shit.
And he had a big ass laugh too, like a goofy laugh, like
yeah. Comedy shit, bro.
Yeah, so that's how,
stupid,
like, bro, you gotta figure it out.
Amplify
like how
that.
because like they're not David Goggins. I know I mentioned it, but they're not like these assassins, or it's not like fighting where you gotta be fucking pushing the limits every single. Like they're playing, they're making art, they're making magic,
and that all takes,
but they're also okay too, though. That's also can be understated. Like they're also waking up at a good time, going to sleep at a good time. They're having that fun.
Those
too,
factors,
but they're not,
those factors.
obliterating life neither.
And then I think that was for me, and a matter of fact, talking about that, I assessed me, because I can't, everybody did them, but I assessed me in all of that. And even today at work, bro, I had like a chill ass job, and I assessed what it was with me, and I was like, I think I didn't believe. I literally thought like it wasn't gonna, because I didn't work hard enough for it. So how could you believe if you're not cracking at it?
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, what's the answer to that, Angel? I wasn't putting up the number. I wasn't working.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you expect?
But you have to
But
believe
now,
to put the work
okay,
in too, right?
exactly. But now I'm in the spot
Yeah.
where I'm like, okay, exactly. And now where
I
I'm like,
believe so much. Yeah, yeah.
I'm writing so much that it's hard not to believe because
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
literally like, I'm literally coming up with this clever shit. This shit sounds good. I'm in the studio. We're doing videos. The kids are great. The homies are vibing.
Yeah,
Shit's immaculate. You can't tear me down because everything's working. But then again, that wasn't what it was at the time. It was
for sure.
chaos. It was
Yeah.
stupid.
And then there's also we have to keep our mind open to the fact that sometimes it is gonna be chaos again. And
Yes,
like
but I
all
don't know
you
how to deal with it better
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm in a
yeah.
different state.
Yeah, as long as you don't
I'm
make
not
the
in that
it's
yet.
like we could you know, we couldn't even handle the chaos within ourselves, let alone the chaos that the game brings with trying to really
And
achieve
together.
something that's
And
difficult. Yeah,
together.
yeah. Because the game is still going to be chaotic, you know, like you're
Yeah.
still going to be having to work hard and
Do
do this
this, meet
and
this
do that,
person.
and results not showing, you know,
Yeah.
followers, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's all like just those wins every day, like
Yeah.
boom, that's all
It's
you
again,
need,
and
you
that's
know?
what I say. It's like, how do you feel now?
Yeah. Having that mature
If I leave now, how
perspective.
do you feel now?
Yeah.
If I leave tonight, like how would you feel? Because I know how I'll feel when I leave. I will feel a little more whole. And then
Yeah.
tomorrow I want that one again, and I want that one again, and that's literally again. But at that time you couldn't tell me that.
For
I
sure.
was so
And let's
lost as fuck, bro. And then trying to figure out so much, and I'm finally at a place where I'm just like, I just want I want to share my vision, my raps, like what we could
my
do,
take your taste,
my take and taste.
yeah, my like my structure,
Yes,
my
yes, all that. So
my
like
ideas.
it's different, bro. It's different now, and I wanted to continue because again at the same time back then, bro, I could be high, I could be on a good high, and then you wouldn't see anything of a good high for me for 3 days, and it's like, bro, the fuck, it's Monday.
Yeah,
You're not high again. You're not on a good. You're not feeling good till Friday again. It's like, wait, what happened in those days? So it's like it's that every day. It's that now.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
that now. It's
It's
now.
that Tuesday morning.
It's
It's
a
that
now.
Thursday night. Yeah,
It's whenever I'm happening. If I wake up, where are you at now?
yeah.
If you're out of work, where are you at now? And when after that, again, I wanna write and I wanna get
There's
back to it. I
there's
can't wait
no
to write with you.
underestimating what doing your best, all
Can
the
yeah
as much as possible can what it can do
yeah
in every level, from yourself to the people around you to like the energy, the vibe. Because we felt it before too. That's like the part that's so difficult, and I'm sure
to
that's the
accept,
part
right?
that bothered you, or that had to have bothered you too. Like we got the signs, we got the omens, we got
Yeah,
the
but
the little turn, like that little we slid
yeah.
through right there and like found our little spot, and something
And then
good
just to hit a
happened,
wall, and then
and
just to be like,
but they
ah.
happened too, and they were big, and they were they were emotional, like oh shit, like, and they were random too, getting on FaceTime with Ali and the IDF,
Yeah, that
like
was
shit
hard
like
as
that.
fuck.
Imagine that for told Anthony, where you guys from? Like, we're from the east side of LA, East Los Angeles. Like, I hear it in your voice. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, those moments
that's
are dope. It's gold.
those are
But
there's no
we've had them independently,
yeah,
like
yeah,
with
yeah,
our
of
own,
course. That's just
our own.
one,
But that was good though.
there's
It was
plenty of
something
so
that
many
made
of
us
them.
it made us feel
Yeah,
good.
it
But
made us, it makes you
yeah,
know, or it lets you know you're on the right path.
yeah,
Like we're not just fucking floating around in the abyss over
yeah,
here trying to do some weird shit. Like nah, like you're here,
yeah,
and it felt that way when we started.
yeah. We
And
were
it
just
feels that
all.
way now,
It was just
and I'm
different
sure
timing. It was different
it'll feel
timing.
that way when
I
when the
I
stories,
do feel when it's told down the
yeah,
line.
it'll never not feel that way.
Yeah.
Put it to you
I
that
do want
way.
to. I just want to tell you though, like, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate your
Thank
presence. I
you.
appreciate your energy, and I know. And the crazy part sometimes too is to accept that, like I had the light that sometimes I didn't even see, cause like that was the hard part to understand for a minute. It was like, bro, like these fools believe in you for a reason. This is not, like, don't let it go to waste. So
For sure, it was not only like everybody
everybody,
looked up to you too in a way, It was, and I feel like that way, and I'm not ashamed to admit, like even with your music, his sound, right? Like everybody, they
yeah, but the thing
you
that
inspire
yeah,
people, you
yeah, I
inspire
did.
people.
But the again though, and then the thing that I grew to learn, and I think I learned it years ago. It wasn't like now that I sit back and reflect. I learned it years ago that being again, it's not a dolo. You experience alone, and and imagine if it was always alone,
Right.
but the thing is, we never grew up alone,
Yeah, yeah. It would have
right?
been easier
And
if it was always alone, because I wouldn't
yeah,
have had to think every time I turn on the computer, like, damn,
yeah,
remember how it was? Like,
yeah.
that's
So just to go off what you said, what trips me out is that like the same thing, whether it be with the music or whatever, but like for me, it was don't forget it. And I hope, and I'm saying it to you now so that you can know how I feel. It was it took like years. We're like, okay, yeah, like you're rapping, you're doing this, but like I knew how incomplete I was because I wasn't touching all bases and shit wasn't gravy in my heart, in my soul. I wasn't treating
In your
people right
decisions.
in my decisions exactly. So, but again though, but having you in my corner, and then you having me in your corner is literally like that. That like you made the imbalanceable balance. So when I
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't straight, I always looked for you for the energy. The same way you look for me to get on a verse,
And to
vice
find the
to
creativity. Yeah,
find
yeah,
it, to
yeah. What
find
am
the
I not
thin line,
seeing?
to
What am I?
find
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
find it, and
yeah.
it literally went
Exactly.
that way. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
never. It wasn't like, all right, well he did all the tracks dolo, and then I did mine, and then
yeah,
well his
yeah.
were better. It was always this thing where we're always looking for it together. So at the end of like, and even just to kind of like, you know,
Bring it all
bring it all
together.
together is just to tell you, dog, like I'm very grateful for again all of you guys. You guys are all pieces. Food Germ's been a big piece to just even not letting it die in my mind
Yep.
that
Yeah.
I'm possible.
Even in all those crazy times where you guys were doing the wrong shit, it
Exactly
was still there. It
in the
was still
middle of
yeah.
bullshit,
Yeah,
in the middle of bullshit,
middle of
right?
the biggest bullshit, but
But then,
it's just a
but then,
but that could be the most important time that you needed that little tiny sliver of hope in your heart just
yes,
to know like
yes,
damn like
but that's the same.
that's still in me. That little
Exactly, and
spark is
that's
still in
that
me.
same
Yeah.
thing was with us. But again, we didn't know how to talk to each other. We didn't know how to communicate. And I think now, again, nice to meet you, Andrew, because I'm so grateful to, and I can't wait to know what's next for us.
Yeah,
Because at
yeah.
the end of the day, dog, like I'm so hungry because because everybody's doing it, but I'm not everybody, and that's that.
That part. That
And I'm
part.
not everybody. I'm me. You're you. And that's just what it is. And just to
Yeah, yeah. There's
tap
no
into what your name is, and that it's Angel is,
that
and
ain't
that's just what
no
it is.
yeah, that ain't
And
no oversimplification,
yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure. That ain't
But yeah, it's
yeah,
just dope
yeah,
shit, bro. Much
yeah,
love,
yeah. Yeah, well fucking that's it. Oh, just
back,
one more. Where are you going from here?
man. Where am I going from here? Um, in all honesty, in the now, I'm
In the
now,
now.
so where I'm at now is gonna tell you where I'm
That's
gonna
all
be tomorrow.
that's there
That's
you
it.
go.
Where I'm at
There you
right
go.
now is where I'm gonna go tomorrow. So
And that's
if I keep my now and where I'm at, my craft, and my love for everything right now, that's where I'll be tomorrow. So that's where we're going. That's where that's at.
and that's motherfucking episode 1.
Let's
Going
go.
from here, what Angel is.
Adrian
Adrian
Stay.
Stay.
What's up? Thank y'all,
Appreciate
man. Much
y'all.
love.
Thank y'all. We'll see you motherfuckers at the motherfucking flip side.
Top.
Meaning the
Top.
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 Since y'all underneath the bottom and shit.
Yes,
Not my people though. Y'all chilling.
Let's go, bro. Much love, bro. I had to get that one out the way, man. Much love, bro. Much love, bro.